Our guest today is Punkie Johnson, who was a cast member for 4 years on Saturday Night Live and just left the show. And so she's going to tell us all about her experience on Saturday Night Live and other things.
The good and the bad and the in-between. I don't think we've had someone off the show that we talked to him so quickly. We've talked to people a while after or years after. Most people have been on it in the past, or just hosted. We had Nate Bargatze just hosted the week before.
Yeah.
So, it's still fresh in her brain, and she's pretty cool about it. I mean, it's obviously a roller coaster there. We know, but she's got a lot of energy. She's pretty hilarious to talk to about it. She's very funny.
She says so many funny things without really trying, just in the way she describes the environment, how she interacts with Lorne Michaels is really funny.
Yeah.
And her whole presence is just extremely entertaining. So I would listen to this one if I were you. And it is interesting. She's hot off the show, and we get like a first blink feeling from a cast member what it's like.
It's funny. She's like, Dana, can you imagine? She's like, I see Lorne in the hall. I go, hey, wait up. I got to tell you something about read through. And I'm like, what are you doing? Why?
Yeah.
How could you ever confront Lorne about anything? She goes, no, I do it in a funny way. He knows. I'm like straight up. I don't want the bullshit.
She had kind of an interesting relationship with Lorne. It's really funny the way she describes it.
It wasn't what I had.
We were just kind of afraid of him. We didn't really know him. He wasn't Lorne Michaels then, or at least he was Lorne Michaels, but now it's like he is her godfather. I think that's what she refers to him as.
He was a locked door. That's what it was to me. Like you walk by his office. Is Lorne in there? Yeah, why? Nothing. Keep walking.
What do you want? Don't break stride. Don't break stride.
Don't dart your eyes over. There's no meeting.
No. Don't meander. Get the fuck out and get down to your office.
You're doing circles. What are you doing? Get out of here.
Get out of here.
I'm looking at the host board. Who's the host next week?
Not you. Now get out.
Get out of here.
Hey, Marcy.
Yeah, hey, Marcy.
Marcy. I'm just kidding, Marcy.
All right. Well, here's Punky. I think you're going to have a nice time listening.
Enjoy.
Punky, we've already started, but Punky, I'll just tell you this, but this could be a bit that I'll sell to Dana after. But this is the same sinking feeling I get with Zoom is when everyone's waiting and I can't get on, is when I leave a parking garage and I put the fucking ticket in and the arm doesn't go up and everyone behind me, I'm like, what's going on? And then it pushes it back out and I go, I did it. And everyone's like, what the fuck are you doing?
Yeah.
Like,
I did my job.
I did my part.
I did what I was supposed to do. I pressed the button.
Yeah. And then
but the thing still didn't go up. So
exactly. And I'm trapped. Everyone's mad and there's a mob behind me.
I know. You try to tell them I'm not going anywhere. I literally can't move.
I go like this. Like I can't try to make signals. Waving.
You got to press the call. You got to press the call button and wait for somebody wait for this spirit to come and help you, because nobody's actually really behind that damn button.
By the way, low urgency when you press that button. They're
nobody.
Like, hello?
It's the Wizard
the guy's
of Oz.
Like, I'm doing this from home. And you're like, well, that doesn't help me. I need you to walk out here.
Let me ask you two a question. When you're parking your car in a parking garage.
Yes.
This is not like the way I like to let the podcast just breathe on its own.
Yeah, it's sort of just.
Do you go to the roof? You say, fuck it. There's a couple tight ones. There's people everywhere. I just go get me straight to the fucking top of the garage.
Wow.
But you guys are down there in 1 and 2 trying to squeeze in, people honking. I made that up. But are you a topper, or are you trying to fit in like?
You know what? It depends on how new or how old my car is.
Oh, interesting. Well, didn't Lorne buy you a car? Lorne buys everyone a car.
No. I think you were telling me. Now I'm going to text that motherfucker and be like, hey, I heard some shit about you. Where's my car?
Lorne buys us a car at every beginning of each week.
It's a Dodge Dart, 1968. It's vintage. Chevy had it before you. No, we didn't get a car, Punky.
The type of car you have is important.
I think he replaced it with cell phones. I got a brand new cell phone every year, brand new iPad.
What?
And I got a brand new computer, I think, last year. Oh, I got a brand new desk last year, painted my office last year.
Wow.
That's bullshit. Okay, we got a yellow pad, a legal pad.
We got a number 3 pencil. The number 2s are more expensive. We had a number 3 fucking pencil, 1980, or 70, fuck it, 50 years ago.
That's a great Lorne impression. He's so chill.
I'm either chill or I'm not chill. Right.
But regardless, like he stays in that
Yeah.
in that lane. So you don't know what level of chill or not chill he's on because he's
Right,
gonna stay talking the whole time.
Here's him mad. He goes, "What, David? Why do you think that didn't work at all?" I go, "Oh, the bit I just did? Yeah. Where do you think you went wrong?" I'm like, I don't like this question because I know you're mad, but he doesn't act mad, doesn't act anything.
No, he's very, very chill. Did he ever say to you, are you still with the show? Because I just wondered, you're walking down the hallway, still with the show. He used to, I would just imagine him getting into the elevator by himself and just cracking up, just laughing.
Just making someone feel bad. And then
I don't know how Lorne
Bye.
would laugh really hard, though.
He's funny.
No,
I used to mess with him a lot because
he loves that.
Like I was one of the people who just wasn't afraid to interact with him because everybody act like, oh, when he comes, everybody gets crazy, like he's the principal or something.
Absolutely.
And
that's what I
did. I did a bit and it bombed. I mean, I bombed so hard. It was so embarrassing. And he comes, I'm sitting in the chair and I'm just looking like, damn it, I bombed. And he's walking up the hallway and he's just looking at me with that Lorne look. And I said, I forgot what I said something, but I know it was trash. I know it's cut. I was like, don't come walking down the hallway with that shit. And he busts out laughing.
I think he would appreciate, he doesn't like you to kiss his ass. I think he definitely likes a little bit of pushback, and I'm terrified. I'm a people pleaser and I'm passive aggressive, but once in a while I would ding Lorne and I was shocked myself, but he didn't seem to be bothered,
Yeah.
It's like, I think I told him something one day and everything is such a blur to me. So not everything is like quote, quote, but, one day we were just sitting there and we were just having a good time. And, I looked at Lorne and I was like, what are you doing? He's like, I think I drove him crazy to the point where he just started ignoring me. He was he's like, Punky, I don't have time for this shit today. I don't have time for your games. I don't have time for your stupid little quotes today. He's just like, get out of my face. Because I would mess with him. I would call him Mr. Michaels. He's like, don't call me that. My name is Lorne. Then I started writing him letters and stuff, and I'd be like, "Hey, Godfather, just want to let you know I love you."
Were they delivered? I mean, how were they delivered?
Yeah, I would give it to him.
Oh, you'd hand it to him.
Give him stuff like through his assistants and stuff like for his birthdays and Christmases and Valentine's Day and stuff like that. And I would get him really unique gifts. Like I know he owned goats, so I got him a Goat Daddy shirt. Because he's a goat daddy.
Oh yeah, he's got goats up in New Hampshire or wherever.
I keep him at 88.
Right.
Mm-hmm.
One day I asked him for a present for his birthday. I said, "Hey, can you buy me a goat for your birthday?"
Oh boy.
And I'll come visit it from time to time. He just shake his head. He just like, Punky is on another level. I don't know what's wrong with this girl.
You ever catch new people calling him Lauren? They think his name's like a woman's name, like Lauren. So people go, "Hey, Lauren," and I'm always like, I don't correct him though. Lauren. It's Lauren.
Does it? Did you say it feels fuzzy now? I mean, you just got off the show and you did 4 years, and you were hilarious on the show because I've been watching a lot of your clips. You killed hard on that show.
I'm pretty sure, you know how it is, David. Every week is a new week. Like you gotta act like the week previous didn't happen at all.
Mm-hmm.
So the previous week has to become a blur if you want to try to be any type of way successful the next week. So
only good as your last show.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. But also, like, I'm happy you said that. Thank you. But SNL was just, I've never grew up in sketch. I've never went to a sketch school, and I didn't really feel like I fit. Like, I didn't feel like that was my zone. Mm-hmm. You know what I'm saying? I just think sometimes that show is for people. That show is for a different type of person. Like, I'm crazy. I'm more like out the box and just, I'm all over the place. But that is like a structure that that's a structure. Like when I got to that job, I was just chilling, minding my business. And, I came from stand-up. So I just thought everybody else came from stand-up. I started having conversations with people and everybody was like, oh yeah, we went to school for this. I'm like, y'all went to school? I went to school for this? To be here? They're like, oh yeah.
You went to school for this.
We were both stand-ups too, Punky. We were just stand-ups as well. But the Groundlings people like Phil Hartman and stuff, they came in with sketches that were done. I mean, they were just ready to go right on SNL. So that was kind of cool for them.
Yeah, that's a hard job, man. Like I could write you a 32, 33-page pilot faster than I can write you a 10-page sketch.
You can write a 32-page sketch. I did. My first sketch was like 17 pages. And they go, Lorne's like, what the fuck is this? I'm like, no one talks to me. I don't know what I'm doing. I'm sure you had like a Heidi Gardner. Like there's people I think that have training in sketch. It's very good. She's already polished. So they come in with no surprises, really. I think someone was saying it was Heidi. And then we had our own Phil Hartman and Jan Hooks, the people that came. So you could tell someone who was better than the comics right off the top, and then you had to write a sketch, learn how to kind of act. It's not even like regular acting, sketch acting.
Could I just point out one thing that it's just a great sketch. The couples counselor with Jake Gyllenhaal,
oh God.
And you got to play this schizophrenic, two different flavors, and you're going back and forth and you're just hitting it so crisply. I don't care how funny the lines are. You still have to just hit them. So I don't know if that was how that came about, but there's an example of a stand-up being used properly in a sketch and being a sketch player.
Yeah, it was well, that's a job for you. And you have fun and you have your ups and downs. Whenever I was given opportunity, I did the best that I could over there. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm. Right.
So, and
it's a lot of mouths to feed.
It's a lot of mouths to feed over there. It's a lot. It was like, what I think, like 22 of us. And then you add the PDD guys. Because David, when you was there, it was like 11 or 12 of you guys, right?
When I was there, it was more than Dana. And then yours is probably more.
But 11 or 12. I was there with 6. Six cast members, and then we had Kevin Nealon and Dennis Miller as feature, or Dennis did update primarily. So that was Kevin, but yeah, it was just Victoria Jackson, Jan Hooks, Nora Dunn. Those were the three major, and then
it works. Everyone has a lot to do.
Well, you get on the show a lot, and then you get used to doing it. But when you came in, like you walking in there, who came in with you? That was their first year.
Who was in my class?
Yeah.
I think 4 years ago. So Andrew Desmukes, who was a writer, and he got bumped to cast.
Okay.
And then Lauren Holtz, she came in with me. I forgot. I think she's from Carolina or something or whatever. But she came in with me as well. And
was Marcelo?
Marcelo came in, I think, 2 years after.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, his class was Marcelo, Devin, Michael, Molly.
Okay.
And then the year before that, I think it was James and Sarah that came in.
And Molly just stepped away also.
Yes.
Okay.
Yes.
Yeah, that's a lot of people.
It's a thing. It's a big decision. You know what I'm saying? And and I feel like with me and SNL, I feel like it was more on a mutual thing. Because I can tell you right now, by February last season, I was like, nope, I'm done. Just about. I was just like,
and what was fueling that? I mean, what were you feeling when you?
You know what? It was like the season before that. I questioned it. I talked to my team. I was like, look, I don't really know if I belong at this job, so maybe I should step away. And it was just like, but I told them super, super late. Like right after I found out I get to go back, and it was like, well, Punky, you need a plan. You can't just quit your job.
Yeah.
So I was like, all right, let's go back. Okay, let's go back to work. And I had a tremendous first half of the season. I had a writer, and I think I got like 3 or 4 sketches on first half. And usually I only get maybe 2 or 3 on the entire season. So I'm like, oh man, I'm killing it. Like this is my season. But then my writer left. Oh my God. When Ben Silva left, I went down. I spiraled. because he's gone, and everybody has their groups, and you can invade them if you want, but everybody's already have their familiarity. Everybody's kind of just, and I couldn't break those walls down, and I had special moments after that, but after that I'm like, if I don't have Ben, then I'm pretty much like.
What happened to him? Why did he take off?
He got married and his wife moved to Los Angeles. And, for the most part, he just wanted to be with his wife. I was like, Ben, no.
He did?
Wait a minute. You want to be with your wife?
He wanted to be. I was so mad.
That's not a good showbiz answer.
But how did you write with him? Did he sit with you and then you're riffing and then he'd go piece it together and you'd punch it up kind of thing? Or did he hand it to you because he knew your voice?
So I am the type of person, I'm goofy. Like I know how to just play around with stuff. I'm really, really not to say I'm a writer because I can write, but my brain works very differently from everybody else's. And I can feel that all the time. I feel like my IQ is all over the place. And I feel like sometimes people don't get me when I am delivering information. So Ben, he just knew how to speak punky. So if I was telling him something, he knew how to put it in SNL format for me.
Yeah.
And if I try to put it in SNL
That's
format.
the hard part. That's the hard part.
Yes. He knew how to take all of the scribble scratch that I was delivering out my mouth and turn it into some real understandable words.
Punky, like Dana knows this. If you're in a Monday meeting and you pitch an idea and you say, and you've got a weird idea. Oh, a caveman that's afraid of caves. And then after the meeting, and you're not even thinking of writing it because you don't really know how to write it, and you're just like treading water. And some good writer walks up and said, hey, I like that idea. Do you want to write it? And you're like, thank you, Jesus. Someone that knows how to write a sketch is going to help me. They go, I see how that could be funny. And then that's a gift. Right. And if that guy leaves, like you're saying, because I see there's factions. I'm guessing it's like high school. These guys write with these people. These cast members mostly write. Sometimes someone will write a full cast that you get in and you have something to do. But it's not like, the old days, you'd be like, I have a funny character. Sometimes it's very selfish. Like, let's say Sprockets. Mike is going to write a sketch that's basically Mike Myers scoring and everyone just is in it. That's one way to do a sketch, and those work on SNL. And then there's conceptual cast sketches where the idea is just bigger, but everyone's playing into the idea. So everyone's kind of scoring, but just the idea of the sketch is funny.
Right. So
there's both of those, but it's hard to get those ones where just you score, and you need those now and then.
Yeah.
To survive,
Well, so like soon as everything happened or whatever, like the news broke or whatever, and I well, of course we knew way before the news broke, but I text Lorne because I every pitch I be saying some wild shit in them pitches. I mean, people
Can
be
you
like,
give us an example?
I be wild as fuck. Yeah, I'm gonna give you an example. I text Lorne and I was like, look, I love you. I appreciate everything. It's only 4 men in this business who's like really believed in me and really made a way for me, and Lorne is one of them. And I was like, but I'm sorry to tell you, pitch gonna be boring as fuck without me. Because you never know what the fuck I'm gonna say. I'll be saying some crazy shit.
I think it's nice, Punky. You have a direct line to Lorne. Dana, that just struck me as we had to wait outside his office. There's no way to just talk to Lorne. So the fact that
there was
you
only
have access to a number is nice.
You'd have to call him up. Operator, give me a line on 4475
Yeah.
Hello.
Is that Lorne?
Hello.
No, he's not here.
Yeah. So
he's just my guy. He's just always been like super supportive and just like, the one reason why I really, really like him is because everybody kind of tiptoe around there. Nobody really wants to tell you what's really going on. And I'd be like, I don't have time for this bullshit. Somebody just tell me what's up. Lorne is gonna tell you what's up ASAP. He not playing no games. He gonna tell you how he feel. He gonna tell you why your shit was trash. He gonna tell you what you could do to fix it. So it's just like he was just always just honest about everything.
How did they find you? I was just curious what they first the show.
That's the same thing. I was wondering. I was like, what the fuck? Because
was it Comedy Central special or what was it? What got you? Their attention.
Just being in this. I'm from New Orleans. I always knew I wanted to do comedy. SNL was not on the vision board because I'm just like, everybody told me my whole life, you'll never be on network TV. So I was just like, okay, well, I'm never going to be on network TV.
I had some nice friends.
So SNL was just never there for me. Yeah. So I never thought that was possible. So one day I'm just riding in the car. I had just left my wife or whatever, and I'm just driving. I'm like, my life is over. And I'm driving across the country. And as soon as I'm just like going crazy, my phone rang and it's my manager. And he was like, hey, you ever thought about being on SNL? I was like, what? He was like, yeah, do you want to audition? I was like, what? He was like, yeah. I was like, okay, I'll do it. And I was just like, they're never going to hire my crazy ghetto ass. So I just gave them, and I gave them crazy, just goofy ghetto shit. And then they hit me up with the callback. And I was like, they like that? They was like, yeah. I was like, okay. Like, you could send the same shit or you could revamp it. I was like, nah, I'm gonna revamp it. I was like, give me no. So the first time I sent 6 characters, next time I added 6 characters to it, and then I put a clip of my stand-up at the end. Because I'm like, hey, look, if I'm gonna be in this competition, I'm gonna come for real. So
everything, throw it all up.
Threw it all up there. And then once you get in there, you start seeing familiar faces like, oh, we did Just for Laughs together. I don't really know anything about Hollywood business. So when I'm at Just for Laughs, I don't even think SNL was in there watching. But they had they got people from SNL, scouts and everything.
Word gets around, yeah.
Yeah. So I think maybe from that, it was buzzing from that too.
Dana, when we did Lights Out, I used to go to the Comedy Store a lot when Adam Egget was there, and he would kind of ran the place. And then I think he told me about Punky, and then I saw Punky there. I'd see you in the hallways, and then I think you came on Lights Out a few times.
Yeah, that was fun. Lights Out was super fun.
Yeah.
We did
fun
that.
time.
I did that
and
twice.
So, I got it. Punky, I wish we had clips now because those clips would float around. Just an exchange between me and you on there would have gone out as a clip. That was like 2 years early for that. But so Punky was already getting the word out, and those things all help. You're on their panel with other comics. They say they're with you. Adam's talking about you. I'm talking about, and then you just never know whose ears are open to that, and you just get momentum, and then somehow it gets to Lorne. It's great. I love that.
Yeah, you look, you telling me, listen, ever since word got out, that I'm not going back to the show, my phone and opportunities have not stopped. Like it's crazy. I'm like, wait, what's going on? What's going on? They're like, well, people know you off the show now, so people like, what's up? She won't do this audition. She won't do this cameo. She won't.
You can work on something else. Yeah.
Right. And it's a little bit, it's going to be very different, but I'm excited. I'm super excited. I'm working on a movie that Lorne is also helping me do.
Good.
I'm putting together my special that Lorne's also helping me do. So my relationship with the show is still strong. We just mutually, we just understood that it wasn't my zone.
And this is not like leaving the show in the early 90s. There's so many outlets for you to do your work. Live streaming shows, do a special, whatever. So it's you've shown on the show that you can stand and deliver. Like if they give you a chance and you're out there, you're scoring, you're killing with Colin or whatever you're doing. So you've got the credibility. So now, I could see that your phone's going to be ringing a lot. It's just
I'm happy y'all ain't see the sketches that bombed. Thank God we have something called the dress rehearsal.
Let's look at a clip.
I put Punkie Johnson, SNL, and they do
worst sketches.
No, it's all great sketches.
Oh my God!
But that's
horrifying. I had like 2 sketches that I just, oh God. Sometimes I'm first of all, let's get it out there. I'm dyslexic. Okay. So you put a dyslexic person out here on
let's get it out there
where they gotta read stuff that's about 10 to 15 feet away from them. Okay.
It sometimes is far. Yeah. You're like, wait, what?
And then sometimes it be in brown. I'm like, I can't see brown. Y'all better give me fucking yellow or orange.
Yeah, give me something jumps off. Fuck, that's so funny. Farley taught me how to squint. He goes, all you have to do is lean into the cards and squint as hard as you can. I go, I don't think that looks good on camera.
And then you go back and watch it, you're like, oh, I guess that does look normal, but it doesn't feel normal. So when you're out there, you
feels nuts.
Yeah. I was just like, there were times where I had to like one of my sketches that bombed so bad. I did the lady who had like the 7-part series on TikTok about how her man,
right?
I forgot her, Reese Tisi, right? Mm-hmm. And while I was doing Reese Tisi, I had to be like driving, looking, pressing buttons, fixing the mirror, reading the cards. Yeah. I'm like, I am slowly dying. I was like, can I ring a bell or something to get out of this sketch?
Can I pull the eject button? Get the next sketch ready. Get the next thing ready. I'm going to get out early.
Oh, that's so true. When you've got too much business going on and you're trying to peek at the card. Ugh, horrible.
Was it supposed to look like a TikTok you're saying? So you're trying to, the camera's like you holding the camera. And when you look at that, you're really, you're supposed to be looking almost into the camera, but you have to look at the cards.
Yes.
So it's a bit of a cheat already.
Yes. It was, I could not get that sketch together to save my life.
You're like, I'm going to crash this fake car.
Can we see that anywhere? Can we? It's out there somewhere.
I might go pull it up. It'll be funny. It'll be funny. It's one thing. Like nobody ever had to come tell me my sketch was cut. I knew when my sketch was cut. I text Dennis up and I'd be like, I know that shit cut. You ain't got to tell me. He'd be like, well, thank you for telling me, Punky. Thank you. I don't have to let you down. Nah, bitch, I know.
Yeah, fuck. Horrible.
I know what I'm. One thing about me, I know when I'm trash. Okay, and I'm not about to even sit down and wish for the slightest redemption. I mean, I'm not even gonna have the opportunity to fix that. So let me just tell y'all, I know that it was trash, and we good.
So they go to the commercial, and you quietly get up. You get a smattering of applause, and then no one high fives you. Crew guys look away. You walk that long road back.
No one makes eye contact. No one makes eye contact. Hey, what's up?
Do not.
That is a walk of shame.
Yeah. Do not walk by the monitor where Lorne watches that Video Village. Oh, everyone's like, oof.
Yeah.
But me, I'm just like, I know it was trash. You ain't gotta look. I'll go walking through talking shit to everybody.
You'll go, even if you want it on, I'm cutting it. It's too much work. I'm cutting it.
It seemed like you had a personality that could navigate the nightmare that SNL can be. I mean, you seem resilient just hearing you. Like, I'm trash. We're good.
Because it's just like, it's a thing of like, look, I feel like if I got this job maybe 10 years ago, I would have been better because I would have had the momentum. I would have had the energy. I would have had the stamina. But getting that job at, I think I was like 36 or something, it's like, you just be like, all that shit just roll off your back. You be like, I don't care about none of that shit. I don't care. Just give me my sketch. Let me go. You know what I'm saying? But years ago, if I about to start that job at 26, I would have been bouncing off the walls in that motherfucker. I'm trying to make friends with everybody. I'm talking to everybody's head off. I'm in everybody's office. What's going on? What you guys are doing? You got some treats? Give me some snacks. Just, and they're just mooching and shit. But I was just too old mooching. For that.
Shit. Punky, do you ever do a sketch? I was the opposite. I do a sketch with bomb at read through, and I'd be back there waiting to find out what made it, maybe they think it's like a fixer-upper, They can get in there, and if they put every single writer on it, I think we could get it going. They're like, yeah, we could do that with every sketch, but we like the ones that are already kind of done.
Well, the thing is, of course, like sometimes you would have that feeling too, because there'd be some sketches that vibe at that table, and they'll pick them anyway and fix them. So it's why wouldn't you think maybe this time it could be you?
Of course, maybe.
I'll tell you, I see you fix that sketch. Why you can't fix mine? I tell them.
Yeah, exactly. Fuck, I got a nugget of an idea in mind too. It didn't expand the way we thought. It didn't grow. But you guys could fix it. You're smart.
Well, that's why talk shows, fake talk shows worked. Go ahead, Punky.
Yeah. No, I didn't mean to talk over you.
Oh, not at all. I'm just saying that home base, a fake talk show, or stuff where you're looking right at the audience as a stand-up, being obviously on Update is just right out there. And a restaurant sketch in the corner underneath the bleachers, it's got to really be great to land.
Update was probably the best for me, but also the hardest because I honestly could not see them damn cards. I couldn't see them.
Oh my God.
So,
how did you manage
it? What then also with
No
update
glasses?
is I'm a stand-up comedian. So when I do comedy on stage, I'm talking to the whole crowd. I'll go here, I'll go to the side, to the middle, to the other side. So when I was doing whenever I would do update, I would communicate with the crowd instead of looking at the cards.
Yeah.
And so I would look at the card, look at the crowd, go back to the card, and they like, Punky, you have to just keep reading the cards. But my muscle would always be stand-up comedy when I went into the chair. My muscle would kick in.
Yeah.
So I just, I might have did like 4 or 5 updates.
Right now, when you're talking, you have an energy and a realness that isn't exactly the same when you stay on cards for anyone. So I see why you do that, because you're in front of a crowd. You're like, this is where I know what to do. And the crowd's with me, because it's like a sprint, Dana, as you know. You do update. If you don't get out of the blocks and those first jokes don't work, it's a long update where if they don't buy your bit right away, it's very hard to get them to buy it toward the end. You're like, fuck, I want the first joke to get a laugh. They know, they get the concept, and now I'm just going to roll. But man, when you're working up there, it is tough. You're like, fuck, am I bombing an update? You're looking over going, it's not going to make it. Oh, sick.
I did an update where I played Michael Che's ex-girlfriend who came back. Basically, like the premise was like, Michael Che's ex-girlfriend, you get me, you sweep me off my feet, you pull me out of my apartment, you give me this lavish life, and then you disappear.
Yeah.
And
do you have to run that by Che before read? Oh, sorry. Go ahead. Keep going.
No. I didn't run it. We run everything by the writer, our writing boss, like the head writer. We're like, do you think Che will be all right with this? And be like, I don't know, just write in the seat. Okay, fine, I'll write in the seat. But it got picked. But at dress, the first line off the top, I don't know what happened. But I said the whole first line wrong. And man,
no. Exactly what I'm talking about. And then you go, just give me one more take, and I got this. And they're like, nope, we're off and running.
Digging out, man. Just digging out.
Digging out of a hole.
Doing the dance. I mean, but the audience, if they feel it's kind of authentic, there's a line where when I was watching you perform up there, and Michael Che is such a great, and Colin, they're both great straight people to their guests. And they're seeing the fun. I mean, you're on a roll as a stand-up. They're just feeling it. And, that's when it's electric. Yeah. That's what you want. That it feels alive. It feels alive in the room. Saturday Night
I'm going to always remember my first update. It was like, SNL is one of those things where, your sketch can die 1,000 ways, period. Like, it's so many different ways it can die. Right?
So brutal, yeah.
Yep.
It could start dying on a Monday night. Like, damn, we ain't even into the week. Motherfucking sketch dead
already. Before read through, it's dying. Before you even
it could die 1,000 ways, right? So I had this sketch that I was doing. I was writing a song, and then they hit me up at 3:00 in the morning, my first year, towards the end of the season. Punky, you can't do that sketch. You can't write that song because Chris is writing a song. I'm like, it's 3 a.m. What? It's 3 a.m. This is all I have.
Oh man, who's Chris?
Which Chris? Which Chris? Chris Pratt?
Chris Red. Chris Red.
Okay.
Because he was the lyricist, And so Chris hit me up. He was like, yo, shit, sometimes you could write something cool at 3 a.m. and don't even know it. Because I was panicking. It's my first year. It's a COVID year. We can't really communicate with each other because we have these COVID rules and these guidelines. So I was just on my own, just stranded on this island. So I sat down, looked in the news. I saw that Paul Pierce got in trouble for having strippers. He's an ESPN analyst.
Yes. Yeah.
So I was like, I'm going to write about that. So then the woman, my girl who I'm messing with, I'm on the phone with her, and she was like, I was like, I'm going to just write about this Paul Pierce thing. She was like, why don't you just be one of the strippers? I was like, yeah, I'm going to write from the stripper POV. Yeah. So she helped me get that whole thing out. And I wrote it in about an hour, and I sent up a wish and a prayer, and it made it all the way to the show. That was my first character, Pineapple Penelope.
Oh.
Yes, and it
Pineapple Penelope Pierce?
Yeah.
It
crushed.
Peters.
Oh, Peterson.
It crushed.
So-
Love it.
That was my favorite. I had been trying to bring her back to do something. I had a vision of, Pineapple coming down on a strip pole or whatever, but
Yeah.
it died 1,000 ways.
It's the Pineapple Show. It's to give her a cable access
give her a talk show.
Talk show.
Cable, late cable show.
You know what? I might have to do that. Everybody loves Pineapple.
Well, the
Yeah,
name's
it's funny,
perfect. Pineapple.
It's funny because just a tweak like that, writing about it versus playing it, and you're like, oh, and then you come alive and go, oh, now I think of 10 more jokes. I know how to do this.
Right.
And you get a funny look. You get a wig, you get whatever you want to dress like. You can do an accent, you can do whatever you want. And then it all comes, then when you get pushed out an update, they almost start laughing already.
Yeah. Oh, it's so stupid. I have this, I envisioned, have you guys seen Players Club with Ice Cube and Bernie Mac and who else in that shit? Jamie Foxx.
I don't think so.
It's a movie, right? Or series?
It's a very ethnic movie, okay? And it's a movie about strippers, and some of the strippers was just stripping and being gangsters, and then they had another stripper who was in school and just stripping just strictly for the money. But the one that was the gangster, that's who I resembled. So she had this big, tall, white hair, like white do, and some two pieces that came down, and the back of it was super long, and these long nails and the boobies out. So I was like, I just showed SNL that, and it was like, yeah, we could do it.
Oh, they go to town on that, yeah. You give them like 24 hours, they're like, got it.
That's why I see why they win all the awards.
Yeah, they're fucking great at that. Yeah,
they're like in hair, they
like challenges too. They want something different and weird. They get bored. They're like, you go, I have this super weird idea. They're like, yes, because they want to see if they can pull it off.
It was insane. I remember when Maya was there, and this is for the first election or whatever. I mean, not the first, but 4 years ago when all the stuff was going on.
Yeah.
And Kamala Harris, she was playing Kamala, and then between dress and live, Kamala did something on TV. She did like a speech or something.
Oh, wow.
And she had on a different outfit. And so they saw that, and within I don't know, man, within an hour between shows, 45 minutes, they changed Maya's entire fit to match what they had directly seen on television.
Wow.
I was just like, what is going on in this building?
The departments are so crack and so aggressive, and so they're like the veterans, what do you want? And the crew too, between sketches, the way they move stuff, and you go, they've got 10 seconds, but they always land it. It really is extraordinary. SNL is just, it gets you like this. There is no second
During the
chance.
Commercials, the action, when you in an audience, you get to watch everyone screaming, going, go, go, go this way. And they're pushing stuff around, and they're like 30 seconds. And Cass isn't even there yet. And crowd's looking around like, who's in this? And the host comes running out, and they jump in. They go, 10 seconds. And you're like, where are the cards? What color am I, green?
Did you ever come too late to a sketch, Punky? Like you spaced, or did you ever hurt yourself? Or Rob Schneider once did not come into the scene.
I remember that,
and it was the cold opening. I'm out there by myself doing Woody Allen, and he's not there because he's supposed to do Soon Yi, and I'm just by myself improvising, just spaced out.
Everyone thought it was part of it. They're like,
yeah.
You're like, when does the movie start? You're just talking to yourself.
Soon Yi's not even here, and I feel nauseous because, that kind of thing. And then just wait, and there he comes. But the shenanigans of Saturday Night Live.
I don't know if I ever came to a set late, but I know that I've wrecked a live performance. I remember I got on, you know how those the big sketches where the entire cast is in it.
Yeah,
and I'm pretty sure y'all don't know what that feels like because you've never had to perform with 23 people.
Was it really 23? That blows my mind.
If I'm not mistaken, it's 23. If I'm not mistaken.
Woo.
I mean, I could be one number off.
All right, but still.
But
sounds like it.
I remember I had to do my part in this big long like PTA sketch or something. And then I had to hurry up and run to be ready for the next sketch. And as I'm running, I'm on live TV. The whole top of my head brushes against the next set cameras while the person was reading. So if you watch it closely, the top of my head is covering half the television.
Oh no, that's the stuff Lorne does not like.
I was just like, oh God.
Carol Burnett
It'd be better if there was like not a head in the sketch. We could actually see the performer. That would be like a really, really good thing. We know, Lorne.
Sorry, Lorne. Sorry.
Punky.
You did, just for this ramp up for a second. So how long were you doing stand-up before you got on SNL?
Let me see. Got on SNL in 2020. I would say about 9 years.
Okay.
I started, I think June 2011. That was the first time I got on stage at the Comedy Store.
Oh.
And did you work at the Comedy Store before you took the stage, or is that just sort of a rumor? Did you?
I did. So what happened was, look, LA is different. Okay. Yeah. I don't know what be going on out there in Los Angeles, but every single job interview is like a casting call. I had no idea.
Yeah.
So as I'm looking for jobs in Los Angeles, every time I went there, it's 50 to 60 people, 70 people in line with briefcases and headshots. And I'm like, is this a
briefcase?
Yeah, they just
to be a bartender, you have a headshot.
In a briefcase, one headshot in it.
It was insane. I'm like, I don't have no headshots. I ain't got none of that shit. I got me. But everybody would be dressed like this for a job interview. Yeah. I'm like, y'all dressed like that for a job? You know, because me, if I'm going to a job interview, I'm coming casket sharp. I got on a suit. My hair is done. My eyes are glossy. Like, I'm looking good. Okay. So when I go sit into the interview, you know, first me and a guy bonded because he was gay and I was gay. So that took off real good. And then
some chatter.
And then me being from New Orleans, he was like, oh, you know, we never had anybody that from New Orleans come here. And then he asked me what my favorite food was. And I said, ham hocks. He was like, what's a ham hock? So now we getting into food and everything, talking about outside interview. And I ended up getting a job at the Comedy Store. And he asked me if I did comedy. And I was like, I would like to try comedy, but I would like to also not tell anybody, and I want to watch it for a while and kind of just start understanding the politics of it. And he was like, okay. But then maybe 6 months later, after I got the job, that's when I started showing interest in comedy. So everybody in the building was like, nah, you only want to do it because you see it. They didn't know what was in my heart. So I had to work extra hard to prove to them that I really came to do comedy and I'm not just trying to do it because I'm in the environment now. So I basically just shot myself in the ass.
Well, what was your job at the store? What was your job?
I was a waitress for maybe about 2 years, and then I became bartender. And then,
you know, it's funny. I did a set last night in there. I love it. Yeah, it's fun in there. You go through that kitchen. You know the whole drill.
So you're in the main.
You're going to start doing spots there again.
Well, yeah, I can go back now, but it's super, super different. Like when Jeff is not there anymore, which I feel that presence not there. It sucks. Richie's gone now, and I think Richie was the last bone that had been there over 20 years.
Yeah, Adam's gone.
Oh my God, Adam! But at least Adam is in Austin, and the 4 guys who I told you like really love me. Adam is one of them.
Oh yeah, of course. Yeah, Adam's talking about. I hit him up this morning talking about you.
That's my I got a comedy father, I got a comedy king, a comedy zaddy, and a comedy lord.
Which one is
Adam? Lorne.
So Adam's my comedy daddy. Hyman Weinberg is my comedy zaddy.
Okay.
Ethan Stern is my comedy king. Dave Becky is my comedy lord. And Lorne Michaels is my comedy godfather. So I got 5. I forgot one of them.
Look at this, Punky. Look,
yeah, that was a good day right there.
That's a picture I'm showing from Lights Out with me. I think Dennis Miller and Joe Coy. We were on the same show, right?
Yeah, that was a fun one.
That was a great one.
We got to bring that back. That was a really fun show to be a guest on. because it was just
no,
small.
it really was.
Yeah. What is your ideal performing? Like, what do you love the most? Small club, big club? You like working with a lot of comics? I mean, what's your like you're probably doing stand up right now? Are you doing gigs or are you
Yeah, I'm
just
doing
chilling?
stand up right now. You know what? It varies to me. Like right now, like sometimes right now, I just don't feel like it, and I hate that feeling because I always feel like doing stand up. But I'm just like just in this space that I'm trying to get out of, which I don't even know what that space is. I'm trying to figure that out so I can get out of it. But if I'm doing comedy, I honestly like the intimate settings, low roof, low ceiling,
Yeah,
with a laugh. So like, I've done some
right
big places though. So like when I open up for Colin or when I open up for Michael Che, they have these huge venues, and those are pretty fun too. Those are pretty fun. But I would prefer like nice, like at the cellar in the basement.
Yeah,
just like that
Comedy
nice
Cellar. Yes,
that's kind of what it was made for.
Yeah.
200 seaters, 300 seaters, low ceiling, and then that's where we all usually start up. I'm just going to ask you about. I mean, a lot of times stand-ups don't feel like doing stand-up for a while. And it's sort of good to just get away from it. And then usually the ideas will come pouring in all of a sudden. But are you just a little bit, I mean, what's your state of mind right now? Because you just announced you're leaving the home but you're busy, or you just feel tired? Do you feel energized, or how are you?
I'm just, my summer went from not being busy to being busy. And I was like, wait, how did this happen? See, this is what I got to start keeping my mouth closed. See, because I keep forgetting that my team, they some goons, okay? So I'm sitting up there. I got nothing on my calendar for the summer. I think I had like 3 dates to go to like Vermont, blah, 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 blah. And, I called my comedy king. I'm like, I was like, my calendar not full for the summer. He was like, call you right back. Next thing I know is Chicago, Virginia, Wolf. Like, hey, I didn't want it to get filled up this much. It's like you got a nice little residency at the Union. You got to figure that out. Now you got to go here. You got to go there. Now you got this gala and this day. And I'm like, when am I going to sleep?
So he books them and then tells you you're taking them, or does he run them by you first?
well. So then he hits up my touring agent, and my touring agent just and then I defer to him for everything. I'm like, what you think about this? What you think about that? He was like, if you want to do it, we're doing it, period. Because I defer to him for everything because he just I don't feel like he'll ever steer me wrong. He always give me the best advice. He'll always hit me up on the side and give me like the pros and the cons of doing the job, and then be like, look, it's on you. But this how we feel about it.
Do you travel with an opener? Do you have someone go with you that
I do have somebody to open for me, which is great. Because we have mad fun. Look, I'm trying to get HBO somebody, because I started doing a docu-series about 3 years ago about just what it's like being on a road. Because I would watch these comedians and they would do their stand-up special, like, and everything is just, they do their special and it's 1 hour. And then at the end of it, they do like this 15-minute documentary of meet the family and this is where I grew up and ABCD. And I was just like, man, that shit boring, man. You know what I'm saying? I'm just I wanted to show people what it's really like on the road, because nobody really want to show what it's really like. Everybody want to show all the ups. So I got the series going. You see the ups, you see the downs, you see the fights, you see the back and forth with the crowd. If the crowd do stuff, one time we was on the road and heard one of our friends took his life. Man, that was a disaster of a night for us, and we show all of that just to show people what is really.
I like it. Yeah, and travel, just travel. Car doesn't show up, plane does not take off on time.
Oh yeah, and I mean, it's so stupid because me and my friend Dicey, we have such this crazy dynamic. It's just like we are totally yin and yang. She's so straight, I'm so gay. She's so everything about her just gets on my nerves. But we're best friends.
So you actually have footage of this show. You just need to complete it, kind of.
Look, we think we kind of want to base it. We kind of want it to be like, this is the life of a comedian. So where we go up to a place, we do what the tourists do, we eat what the tourists eat, and then we perform. And that's kind of like the through line of it.
Oh,
that's good.
Oh, that's interesting.
I like it.
you know.
Got a little more shape to it. That's good.
Yeah. It's super stupid. I mean, it's so funny. And I'm naked the whole time.
Is that the name?
No,
Stupid.
Super
Go
stupid.
name it. It should be called Super Stupid.
There's something you said that it's just been in the back of my head a little bit. I have no idea why, but a while back during this podcast, you said strictly for the money. It just sort of hit me as sort of poetic. And I don't know if that's the name of a show or it's strictly for the money. Just hits me. I don't know. Just sounds
I like that name. When doing a special, how do you come up with the name of your special? Like, do you because I'm struggling. I have about 15 names for my special right now.
Yeah.
And I don't know what
the funny part is it's fun to think of them, and then afterwards, no one really cares. But it's fun to think of naming it, and you go, what if it's this? What if it's this? Something to do.
I know it's hard. Here's my...
And people are like, what was your last special? I'm like, I don't know.
Let's all think of one. I'll do the first one. Punky.
Okay.
Punky Gets Loose, or Punky on the Loose.
Yeah, listen, this special, like the first 20 minutes, it's tough. It's the whole 20 minutes, it's controversial.
Oh, okay. Take that, Chappelle. That'd be a title.
It's controversial. Like, I'm really like, I'm saying some things on that, but it comes full circle, like it starts like really irate and just like, look, this is how I feel.
Really irate.
Oh yeah, I'm coming. I start crazy. I start insane. I don't build up to insane.
I like it. You got to get them at the beginning. That's a good time to do it.
I start insane. And the crazy thing is, my biggest supporters in this comedy business is old white men. You never know your fans. They are old, they are white, and they are men.
Two right here.
And they love my black ass. It is crazy how many people, like black people don't come to my shows, gay people don't come to my shows, old white men. And they bring their wives. And their wives come up and they be like, Henry just had to see his Punky. I be like, how do Henry know Punky? What you mean his Punky? What the fuck?
That's fantastic. As part of that club, I'm a fan, so
yeah,
I get it.
We're right here.
Mm-hmm. It's insane. Well, like they love me. And I'll be like, it can surprise you. The people, it surprises me when I'm on the road because they're like, where you want to do your special? I'm like, I think Arizona. They're like, why Arizona? I'm like, because I always get the people in Arizona just always show up and it'd be my old white men all the time.
Yeah.
David Stomping Grounds.
That's me also. I'm from Arizona. Mm-hmm. So
yeah.
It shows we start with old people. I started there. I'm old. Well, Punky, what else you want to ask her, Dana? I think she did a great job. It's great talking to you, Punky. Yeah. It's great to hear about all this stuff.
I think this gives people an insight of how you felt about your time on SNL. And if Lorne is listening to this, would you like to say anything to Lorne?
He's always listening.
What do I want to say to Lorne? You owe me your car since I heard about that.
Yeah, true. Mm-hmm. He owes me a laptop or whatever.
Yeah, you owe David a laptop.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
No, Lorne knows what's up. Lorne know how I feel. I love him. Like I think I might have gotten into some. I don't know what happened. Like I said at a show that I wasn't going back to SNL, and like the world went insane, and I didn't understand what was happening. I was like, what the fuck is wrong? Like, my phone is ringing off the hook in the morning, internet tags and all kind of articles and reporters want to talk. And I was like, what is happening? And they was like, you have to confirm. You have to confirm right now. We have to know what's going on. I'm like, going on about what? It's like with SNL.
Yeah.
Like,
they want drama. They want drama. They want it to be.
Leaving isn't good enough.
They tried to
trouble.
Like make it look like I was saying like some wild shit, but I was just sharing experiences in a funny, like really goofy type of way, and it just went insane. So I was just like, the first thing I was thinking about was Lorne, because he's never done anything to hurt me or trash my reputation. So the first thing I was thinking about was him, because I was like, I don't ever want to piss him off. I'm never gonna piss off the people that show me mad love, But it blew over. That was like my first, I guess, public thing or whatever.
Yeah, it's weird to be quoted in ways you go, I didn't mean that, and I didn't say it that way, and they cut and they paste, and then they want to. But it's an emotionally violent place for everybody, so that there's a drama to Saturday Night Live just because the very nature of live and what it is. So Everyone knows that, but now we have a better idea of your adventure there doing this podcast. But
yeah, look, if you in SNL, I just want to wish all my people good luck. Y'all have a wonderful 50th season. I know Lorne gonna put together some mad ass lineups. I know that shit gonna be bomb. I'm gonna be tuning in, and I'm gonna be at as many after parties as I can on somebody's table shaking my ass.
All right.
That's a good summary.
That's a good summary. I don't know what else to say after that.
Yeah. Good job, Punky. I'll see you around.
Nice to meet you, Punky.
Absolutely, guys. Thank y'all for having me, man. Y'all have a wonderful, what is today, Tuesday?
Yeah.
Yeah, happy Tuesday, guys. Eat a taco.
Yeah, thank you.
You too.
All right, y'all.
I'll see you around campus.
This has been a presentation of Audacy. Please follow, subscribe, leave a like, a review, all the stuff. Smash that button, whatever it is, wherever you get your podcasts. Fly on the Wall is executive produced by Dana Carvey and David Spade, Jenna Weiss-Berman of Audacy, and Heather Santoro. The show's lead producer is Greg Holtzman.